Like, you're telling me that this kid who's not military trained, this guy, first of all, how did he get to the roof? How come nobody was looking? How come nobody was like, there's a direct line of sight between where he's sitting and those roofs? You guys didn't check? You don't have a drone? Like, that's insane.
Apparently, Cabot Phillips is Erika Kirk's ex-boyfriend. And he now is doing TPUSA How to Lead Like Charlie conferences, like at universities. Interesting. And no, they weren't just friends, they were a couple.
I do think there was something about the Charlie Kirk assassination that everyone just sort of looked up.
They're the people that Charlie Kirk made. The level of disloyalty or fear, I don't know what it is.
Day after day, as we dive into the mysteries surrounding Charlie Kirk's untimely demise, we uncover more shocking details. Right now, word is that Joe Rogan allegedly has some inside information that ties into how Erika Kirk was reportedly set up to take over Turning Point USA from the start. According to the receipts, Cabot Phillips and Erika Kirk were allegedly at a secret military base in Fort Wooka the night before Charlie Kirk was unalived.
And eventually they tell him, oh yeah, we're actually using this random offsite building. We're back together. It's now JTF Southern Border. And that's how he walked in. And at that moment, he was talking to people at the front desk. He saw Brian Harpole walking out of this meeting with somebody. And I'll tell you when we started talking about Mark Amadei, but he initially did not contact me about Mark Amadei or Cabot Phillips. I recognized Erika Kirk on September 8th, leaving the Candlewood Inn Suites on the base. And I recognized Brian Harpole on the 9th, the morning of the 9th. The meeting was concluding at 7:30 a.m.
Sources close to the situation alleged that it was at this secret meeting that the final decision to take Charlie out was made. According to Candace Owens, her whistleblower Mitch is a veteran and key eyewitness who claims to have seen Erika Kirk, Cabot Phillips, Brian Harpole, and Congressman Mark Amodei at a military base in Fort Wooka on September 9th, 2025.
I blew it off until there was, some other pictures that came up with other people.
What other people? Other pictures?
If you want me to say, there's a picture of Erika Kirk with a ponytail, and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before, and she was with that man in the lobby, and that man, he was present at that meeting the next morning.
If you had to put it at a percentage that you saw that the girl in the ponytail matches the description of Erika Kirk, what percentage would you put that at?
Those are really rare eyes. That's 95 to 99%. I can't imagine somebody else.
For those who do not know, Brian Harpole is Charlie Kirk's chief of security. He is responsible for ensuring that every Turning Point event and public appearance is properly secured. Normally, he coordinates with state security for air and ground support weeks in advance. However, reports claim there was limited security at Utah Valley University, where Charlie was unalived, and that no proper preparation was made for an upcoming event the next day.
Know that Charlie was supposed to be in Colorado the next day, right? On September 11th, immediately following UVU, his next event, which was for some reason barely publicized, was to take place at Charis Bible College. September 11th. We broke the story, actually. We also broke the story that a security plan was not put in place for that event, which is remarkable. Harpole did not coordinate with Charis Bible College nor the Woodland Police Department because he was not advised that Charlie would be visiting the school. It was not uncommon for Charlie to visit universities with only Dan Flood. Really? I think they just keep forgetting that, I went on tour with Charlie for 3 years. That's uncommon.
So, could it be that the small group who met at Fort Wooka the night of September 9th had prior knowledge and were instructed to do nothing? No drones, no rooftop surveillance, no emergency ambulance, and only minimal security. When this is connected to Erika and Cabot Phillips's past, and Cabot now appearing publicly in Charlie's place, the theory that this was a setup begins to seem more believable.
When I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
Erika has always claimed that meeting Charlie was a coincidence, but some sources suggest she had been around his orbit long before. Photo evidence shows she was present at a Trump rally in Arizona hosted by Tyler Bohr.
We've been together for 2 years, and we met through a family friend.
Should we go through the whole story?
Why don't you tell the story?
Do you want to give the Spark Notes version, or do you want to give...
We'll do the long-form podcast version.
Long-form podcast version. Okay. So you started Turning Point in 2012, right? So Trump's first rally in Arizona was when? And it was
the summer of 15.
Erika says she met Tyler Bohr at that event, but deeper analysis suggests they may have already known each other. Some claims even point to earlier connections, raising questions about how their relationship actually began.
Erika, and that was an easy sell.
That sealed the deal.
And that was an easy sell.
I wanted to hire her. I only had one problem. Charlie Kirk wanted to date her. Long story short, I was very worried he was going to scare her off and screw it up. And I was going to lose this incredible prospect.
How does Erika Kirk know Tyler Boyer? She couldn't recall that in person. We can't get an answer. That seems to be something that she doesn't want to answer, right? But Tyler's a very significant person because he introduced her to Charlie. He set that up.
Before their official introduction, there are claims that Erika was trying to meet Charlie in a more natural way. She once described seeing a familiar man in a ticket line who turned out to be Charlie, but some believe that encounter may not have been random.
But just know that nothing is by mistake. Nothing. I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband. Well, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line. And I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. No. We were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence.
Sources claim that moment was not coincidence and that she may have been positioned to meet him earlier. When that didn't work, Tyler Bohr allegedly stepped in. Around that time, Cabot Phillips reportedly stepped away. He has tried to provide proof he wasn't at Fort Wooka, but critics argue inconsistencies in his evidence raise more questions.
Finally responds to Candace Owens, and we've got Candace's response back. While his alibis look better than the ones we've seen before, there are still questions, and especially why didn't he text Candace back? First, he said, I was not in Fort Huachuca on 9/8 or 9/9. I've never been. I was home in Nashville both days. On the afternoon on the 8th, I attended an ultrasound with my wife and stopped to get balloons for a gender reveal with our son that evening. It's a boy if anyone was wondering. The following morning, I was at work as usual. Here are photos and surveillance footage below to prove my whereabouts. Go touch some grass, folks. You are being lied to. So he shows surveillance of himself going into work on September 9th at 9:17 a.m. And then here's one of the photos he provided. And on top it says September 8th, 5:57 p.m. And another photo that he provided checking out with stuff for the gender reveal. September 8th, 5:22 p.m. and his location. But some people pointed out the magazines behind him.
What adds more controversy is Cabot Phillips's alleged connections to circles that overlap with individuals discussed in Epstein-related conversations. His media appearances have also drawn attention.
The Epstein files reveal Ellen DeGeneres as, and I'm quoting this directly from the Post's, Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, that she consumed human flesh.
There have also been discussions online about coded language like pizza, though interpretations remain debated and not confirmed.
I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza, and so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison?
Cabot Phillips drew attention after posting an image referencing the word pizza, which some found suspicious given ongoing theories. He claims it was harmless, but questions remain. Additional claims suggest political and religious connections through family ties.
Victor Marx is very much a part of the Turning Point faith orbit. He is apparently extraordinarily close to Erika Kirk, right? So much so that he was the first that we could find to publicly announce that Charlie Kirk had passed away on September 10th.
Pastor Victor Marx, reportedly close to Erika, became part of the discussion after speaking publicly about Charlie's passing before official confirmation and later stepping into political space.
And I contacted
Erika through a text and told her. I just told her, nobody's going to kill you. You're safe. You and the kids. No one's coming after you. They just wanted Charlie.
All of this information has led some to believe that Charlie's demise may have been premeditated, with certain individuals positioned to rise afterward. However, these remain allegations, and the full truth is still unfolding.